While I was making myself a cup of coffee, the chime on my iPhone dinged with a message from one of my closest friends, B. We normally spoke multiple times a week, if not multiple times a day. We'd gotten into a rhythm of checking in, even if just to give each other a heads up that we'd be busy and our regular scheduled communication would be interrupted by adulting, work, and life with little room for balance. But not this week. She had been quiet for a few days, which I hadn't experienced before. The energy was off, but I couldn't put my finger on why. In my heart, I felt something was going on with her, and I wanted to make sure she was okay. I made a mental note to call her at some point to see how she was doing. The friendship was fairly new, and since we were still learning each other, I didn't want to push or pry if she was having a tough time. Something I valued about our bond, even though the connection was young, was that we knew, without question, that we were safe with each other. Safe to say how and what we were feeling, safe to be honest, unjudged, and fully ourselves, even if things weren't feeling great internally. From the beginning, our connection felt uncomplicated and easeful, regardless of the stuff life threw our way. I was confident she would reach out when she was ready, and she did. A few minutes after I reminded myself to check on her, a text came through. B. Hey girl, I just wanted to let you know that this weekend has been hard for me, so if I've been quiet or giving different energy the past couple of days, that's why. My partner and I had our first misunderstanding. Things will be okay, but I am sad and trying to process what happened. Right now, I'm feeling extra tender. When I read her message, I felt a mix of concern and gratitude. Concern for what she was going through and gratitude for the trust she placed in me by sharing her vulnerability. Vulnerability builds emotional safety, and I'd literally been praying for that type of communication in friendship. Her trust in me to hold what she was going through felt like an honor and a stepping stone in our growing friendship. It's amazing that something as simple as being clear about how we're feeling can foster such depth and reverence. Having people who value us as we value them creates a lightness in our life. Placing my fresh cup of coffee on the counter, I responded immediately, letting her know I was there for her and ready to listen whenever needed. Me. Thank you for sharing. Please let me know if you want to talk about it. I'm here for you. As I hit send, I reflected on emotional safety and how hard I've worked to get to a place in my relationships to cultivate it. It felt good to read that message from B. It showed that we were truly on the same page when it came to being honest, clear, and present. It would have been easier for her to stay in a bubble, not share what she was going through, and come back around when she was ready. Our friendship was new, but it felt kindred and aligned. Our values, communication style, and consideration for the people in our lives felt foundational and important. I've had friendships dissolve at the first sign of discomfort. While I understand that when life happens, people can retreat, the lack of communication, begging to know what's wrong, and sometimes outright ghosting wasn't something I was willing to tolerate in my relationships anymore. The care that B showed our friendship by leaning into vulnerability was a green flag for me. It made me feel extremely grateful for how far we'd both come in our own healing, growth, and emotional maturity. There's nothing better than having positive actions match the words people say to us. Over the years, I've come to understand that having the capacity to create a safe space for the ones we love isn't just about being there during the good times, but also about creating a space where it's truly okay to be not all right, to have the confidence to say, I am quiet because, versus shutting down and closing people out from your life. Emotional safety means knowing you can authentically express your feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. Creating this type of care in our connections with others is the footing that allows friendships to weather storms and grow stronger through challenges.